What's up, party people? And hello, my friends. It's your girl, China Paytas, and I'm here to get into it. I call myself China Paytas. Y'all like that? Because we expose them. So, y'all, this has been absolutely crazy. On my channel, I don't really talk about YouTuber drama, but we're talking about Jeff Wittek, him buying these girls alleged alcohol who are underage, all the David Dobrik drama, and the Frenemies episode that has blown up overnight with this interview with Jeff. So let's get into it. For those who do not know, David Dobrik, which is a huge YouTuber, huge influencer, his team, the Vlog Squad, which is basically the people who do vlogs with him and do his bits, members of his team are getting exposed for SA. So, trigger warning, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and get into some things. So for those who know nothing about this, I'm gonna start you off slow from the beginning. How did we get here? How did David Dobrik go from the most loved to the most hated, along with his team, Dirty Dom, Jeff Wittek, and these ladies? Let's get into it. So, about 2 months ago, it came out that Seth Francois, who was the only black Vlog Squad member, he's not with the Vlog Squad anymore, came out saying that it was some SA allegations, and it started swirling on Twitter that he kissed Jason Nash, who was Trisha Paytas, who was another YouTuber, and her boyfriend, who was a member of the Vlog Squad. He's old. He's an old 50-year-old white dude. So basically, David Dobrik set up a bit or a scene for his YouTube, because it's all for clout, having his black friend think he's kissing a hot girl, but it's really a old white man in a old white man's mask. So he sets him up. He does it to him twice. He says that, hey, listen, he's from Compton. Keep in mind, he's from Compton. Seth, the black guy in the Vlog Squad, and David and Jason went and laughed at him and said, listen, buddy, ha ha ha, his life gonna be over for the next 3 to 4 years. So they knew having a black man in America kiss an old white man, good, bad, or indifferent, from Compton would have not served him and helped his career. And David did it to him twice, and even worse. But I'm not here to talk about that. But that's how this got started. So now, after all of this, Trisha Paytas, who used to date one of the Vlog Squad members and who was a part of the Vlog Squad a couple years ago, she has this podcast by the name of Frenemies with Ethan Klein from H3H3 Podcast. These are huge YouTubers. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 million on across channels, billions of views. So they come together and they make a podcast by the name of Frenemies. Now, Frenemies is one of my favorite podcasts. I love the things they talk about. I love YouTubers tea. I'm a big Trisha Paytas fan. I don't mind her at all. I'm a new Ethan Klein fan, so I'm with it. So anyway, they caught wind that some things were going down, and Dirty Dom, another member of the Vlog Squad, it's a whole squad, isn't it? Another member, introducing a new member now, was accused of SA and having relations with underage girls, and they had it on video. But guess what? When things started to circulate in the YouTube sphere and the drama sphere that these things were coming out, they took the video down. And then, of course, David's going to come out and issue an apology. But did he really say much? No. He only said really 2 minutes of BS, and everybody was still kind of like, well, what happened? Why is he apologizing? Then we get this Business Insider article. For those who do not know, you have to pay for it. And this is now where we're getting into our tea of the day. So the Insider goes ahead and drops an article about SA allegations between David Dobrik and the Vlog Squad and Dirty Dom. They're saying that this girl by the name of Hannah, which is the alleged victim, allegedly was R-worded by Dirty Dom. Yeah, they call him Dirty Dom. He's a scumbag of the group. So long story short, Dom put on Instagram to some fangirls out there saying, hey, who wants to go ahead and have a fivesome? So this group of underage girls, they're saying between 19 and 20, were hitting him up, and they all came over. So you see in the deleted video that the H3 podcast and the Frenemies podcast that I told y'all about was already pulling. They have it like unlisted. They got all the tea since they were the only like real platform actually really talking about this that had millions of views. So all of us, including myself, were invested. So we see in the video that they're all in the living room. The girls come in. They make jokes about having a fivesome. And long story short, the girls, one of them gets blacked out drunk, and they find a picture now. They showed new footage, new information, and they show it on the H3 podcast that I'm talking about, that they're holding the girl up, and then they see this dude by the name of Jeff Wittek, however you say his name. Jeff is also a member of the Vlog Squad, another guy. But keep in mind, now the tea is, Jeff Wittek is the one who was allegedly supplying the alcohol. Y'all got all that? Let's get into it. So Jeff, the one who supplied the alcohol that helped the girls get loose and ready to get essayed, he comes out and issues a video to talk about the Insider article. And he goes and discredits Trisha and say that Trisha was basically hating because he didn't say hi to her at Starbucks. He's hi to her at Starbucks because that was his friend's ex-girlfriend and Trisha had her own life drama. Then he comes on to say that Kat, the woman who wrote the article and all this, wanted just to put this out and all these allegations out for a check. And he goes on to say when he gets on the podcast, because Frenemies brings him on. They were about it yesterday, let me tell you. Frenemies ends up bringing him on, the guy who issued the last apology, Jeff. And he has the nerve to say that he did not even read the Insider Edition article. Now, don't get me wrong. This man is a millionaire. He can afford it. He thought that they were trying to do some pay for play to read it. But little does he know, a lot of platforms you have to pay for online. You have to pay. But he did not read it. Little did he know he only was in there for about 2 sentences. And he wanted to blame everything on the Arthur, who just wanted a check, and Trisha, who was salty about the breakup. But they got into his ass, let me tell you. Now, what happened in this episode? Jeff comes on to tell us he's 100% innocent. Frenemies brings him on. He says he's 100% innocent. He says that he did not supply the alcohol, even though it's a discrepancy in time, saying that Trisha said the reason you got alcohol and came back with Todd with drinks. So the girls are saying, according to the article and allegedly, that he left with another member by the name of Todd and went to go supply these drinks. Now, Jeff is saying, who's allegedly bought the drinks, he didn't buy them and he was only there for about 15 minutes. So Ethan starts to press him and he's like, yo, you're saying that you left after 15 or 30 minutes. Then they pull a picture that's reading at 1:18 a.m. and he is still there. So he says that he doesn't remember, but he might have remembered that he left and came back, but he doesn't recall being there the whole time. So that's when they start to give him the side eye, because we're like, yo, were you there? Were you not? And then you see the girl Hannah, who is the alleged victim, being held up by her friends. Obviously, she's belligerently drunk. You see David over there smiling. Let me give you these guys' ages. David Dobrik was 21 then. He's 24 now. This was 3 years ago. Jeff was 27. He is 30 now. And Dom was, I believe, 22, and he's 25 now. So people are already saying that they took down the videos with Dom, as they should, because he is truly a artist. David took down the videos. Jeff took down the videos. Anybody who had videos with with Dirty Dom, the videos have been taken down. So Jeff's saying maybe he left and came back. Keep in mind, he's saying all of this to everybody on the podcast. Then it's a bit where they say the door is locked and Dom's in there with the girls. And he goes ahead and peeks in. Jeff and the other folks go ahead and peek in. And they act like, oh my God, something's going on. But he says that this was just a bit. Again, y'all think these YouTube stuff is real. A lot of these things are pranks. And they came out to blast David because everybody has to cover their hindies now, saying that a lot of David's bits that he put on are fake. Oh, really? We never knew that, right? So they say, did you lock the door with the girls? He's like, hey, Dom lived there. I'm not sure what was going on. So the house that these girls were allegedly assaulted in, Dirty Dom lives in this house, but everybody knows that's the Vlog Squad house he's saying that everybody was in and out of. Keep in mind, I've kept up with this story forever. So Ethan, who's another Frenemies host, he goes on to say he feels like Jeff is just protecting his friends, as I feel like Jeff is as well. He's not really getting down to it. I feel like Jeff bought the alcohol, in my honest opinion. Is this worth him, getting all this backlash? Yes. But should he have just apologized like they told him, like Trisha and Ethan came to tell him? You should have just apologized, say you donated to members of SA and kept it pushing. But Jeff says he hasn't been cool with Dom. He says that they played minor characters in David's vlog squad, so it was always an amped up version of their true self. So for example, Jeff said he went to jail before, or he got arrested, so David had him play up the bit that he's the mischievous one that gets in trouble or takes risks. Come to find out, Dom's eye is also messed up, and we'll get to that in a minute. He got into a really bad accident, but he refuses to talk about it. But him and David aren't cool anymore, so had to do with something with David's bits. So people will really do anything for clout. Also, they said that Dirty Dom's character, who was the alleged artist, his was to be dirty, to be a scumbag, to do disgusting things, and that's just who he was. Keep in mind, I'm not a David Dobrik fan, really, so like, these people, I'm aware of them. I know their Instagrams, all this, but it's like, out of all people, Dom, ew, no thank you. So they touch on why he left Starbucks when Trisha was there, because this is something Trisha Paytas, if you've been following, she made a video after she seen Jeff at Starbucks, and he ran out. He left his coffee and his sandwich. They said, Jeff, and Trisha turned around and Jeff was nowhere to be found. Now, Jeff is saying that he just didn't want any drama because this is when Trisha came out of 5150 in the hospital. If you don't know, that's when you try to delete yourself. But also we know that Trisha was on meth. So with that being said, they said that it was the reason because she ran her car into Jason's house. If you don't know about Trisha Paytas and Jason Nash, they had a very tumultuous relationship. I remember following this back in the day, and I wasn't even watching the vlog squad. He looks like a Grim Reaper, though. He's old and ugly, so better for you, Trisha. The guy you with now, even better. But with that being said, they touched on why he was at Starbucks and why he left, and he just said it was because of that, and comes to find out in the end, still after they roll all the tapes, he even asked him to pull up the deleted video so he can see it, and they go through it, and he says that he still didn't read the article. And they say, Ethan goes on to say, so just so we're clear, you're apologizing to Trisha, so he apologizes to Trisha, but he still wants to keep it going that the woman who made the article is still lying and he will not apologize to Kat. But with that being said, I think that, y'all know what y'all was doing. Y'all all got caught up in this situation. And Trisha even said that, she felt bad being guilty by association. She definitely was there. Her and Jason left. So, Jason is already a loudmouth. He's disgusting anyway. So he probably would have been there doing some weird stuff. So she really saved his ass because he's double the age of everybody, to be honest. But I'm going to go ahead and pull up real quick what Trisha said here. It says, Paytas says on Frenemies, she feels guilty by association just being around David and supporting him for so long. Again, she was supporting him for a long time. She was also in a lot of his bits. She was a vlog squad member at one point as well. She added, I kind of went along with it because you just want to be cool in the group for a while, but I'm guilty to some degree, not this case, but I feel like in a lot of situations, yeah, I'm guilty by association, just being with David and hyping him up, covering for him, really. So with that being said, like, David Dobrik pays all these people, he has all the popularity, he's definitely his career is over now, but with that being said, before all of this happened, everybody just wanted to be popular. Everybody wanted to do anything for clout. So I understand, but also it's like we have to really understand at the end of the day, we have to protect ourselves. It seems like a lot of people ended up everyone's getting brought down with David. If you didn't get out by the scathe of your teeth in that video or just don't mess with him anymore, at the end, he's going to screw you. And when they asked Dom about his face, he says he just wants to keep it to talk about the victims. Like, Jeff's face was all messed up. He has like a whole types of injuries on his face. His eye was shut. So it had to do something with David Dobrik. So this is just a very non-biased opinion. I think it's very messed up. I thought the situation was really messed up when the stuff with Seth Francois came out and all those allegations, not just because I'm black, but because it's messed up. And people want to make jokes about consent and all these things, but David has gotten off for too long and now he's losing brand deals. People are not fucking with him at all. So he's definitely going to have to come out again, and he shouldn't have issued that 2-minute apology that meant nothing. And my opinion on Jeff Wittek, seems like a nice guy. I was able to empathize with him, as was Ethan and Trisha after his apology. But he should have just said sorry. So I agree with the two frenemies people. I agree with Ethan and Trisha that, hey, he should have just said sorry or not said anything at all. He thought that he was really a part of this article, nor did he really read it for real, because he just wanted to clear his name. He said his mom was calling him. He felt like he needed to address it. But who's not addressing it? Guess who's not addressing it? David is not addressing it. David is still not saying anything about it. So I'm very, very eager to see how this is going to unfold. I am predicting David's going to have to say something very, very soon. And I would just love to know what y'all think about this. Do you think Dobrik's going to come out and say something? Do you think Jeff should have said his apology? How do you guys feel about Trisha, hopping really on this story and really her being there, which is crazy? I feel like Trisha Paytas just gets constant wins, so I'm happy with her for her. Love Frenemies podcast. Love to know what you guys think about that as well. Hit that subscribe button, and my love and hearts go out to those victims, y'all.